Hello, Internet Infantry, and welcome to this. This is Wrestle AM. Nearly stuttered there, what a cunt. It's just Wrestle AM. It's half morning show, half wrestling show, pretty much all bullshit. I'm your host, LK, the man who works harder than a pencil-cutter stripper, and it's New Japan Pro Wrestling, so of course that means I'm joined by SOS Wrestle Talk. SOS, that's Dion. He'll be joining us today, and if you're wondering where the review will be for this show, when it actually airs. The review will be maybe Wednesday or Thursday, and it'll be on Dion's channel on the SOS Wrestle Talk SoundCloud gimmick. So give them your gimmicks before we break this bad boy down.
All right. Well, we have most of our podcasts uploaded on SoundCloud, and we're going to actually, like you were saying, we're going to get the MP3 going and put it on YouTube as well. So we might as well just get both avenues, attack both, genres and get it going that way. So I don't see why not.
Yeah, because if you do it on Hangouts, you can just keep it on that YouTube. You can literally just keep it as that Hangouts. You don't have to edit it or nothing. You literally record the Hangout, stop broadcasting, it's already on the YouTube channel.
See, that sounds even better in my eyes, actually. It's even better. Don't have to edit anything. So, I'm going to talk to Bunches this weekend so we can get that shit going very quickly.
Yeah, it's fair enough because you come on here as a co-host for Wrestle AM on MMAM all the time, so it's only fair I go onto your show and we do a bit of promotion for your show. But we are here to talk some new beginning in Osaka that actually airs in a few hours. If I'm correct, it actually airs in a few hours.
Yep. In 3 hours, it would be about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think you said it was like 9 a.m. your time, I believe.
Yeah, 9, 8 a.m., one of them.
You're a busy man, so you're not going to be able to watch this at that time. But, because like I said this before, if you don't know, LK is like one of the hardest working dudes that I know, and I'll say that until the end of fucking time. So I just got to get it out there. But, yeah, man, it's going to be like at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love these dual shows that were like, it'd be hard. I don't know how you feel about this, but I hate to just keep bringing the one promotion up. But it would be hard for, I would say an American promotion, a promotion over here, all right, say we have a show this day that's a huge show that's headlined by our heavyweight title match, and then we have this show over here that's headlined by our just a few days, removed from that show. So I don't think any show over here over on the States can do it, but maybe there's a show that can do it across seas. I don't know.
Maybe it is. It is what it is, isn't it? And New Japan Pro Wrestling is New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's an amazing promotion. We both own New Japan World, so we're physically and financially supporting them. So that's good. And this card looks all right. I think it could potentially be better than the other one, because I'm really excited for Shibata Osprey. I'm really excited I reckon Lee and Takahashi will be match of the night. But then that's difficult, because I think Naito and Elgin could be match of the night also. And Shibata and Osprey could be match of the night.
There's so many great match potentials here. And each of them tell their own story, too. That's the thing about it. And I don't know if you, heard going into the show, there have been some injuries that have taken place.
Yeah, I've read that.
I guess Lance Archer is going to be out for a little while, and he's going to need he had a back hernia and he's going to need surgery. So he's getting replaced in that tag team match. And I believe El Desperado is getting replaced, too, because he got the flu, I believe. So...
Yeah, because from what I can see here, the Suzuki-gun team isn't the Killer Elite Squad. It's David Boy Smith Jr. and your boy, Takashi Lazuka. Your boy.
Yeah, the dog. The rabid dog, man. He's filling in here in this match. So I just wonder how long not David Boy Smith, but I just wonder how long Lance Archer will be out for. And speedy recovery to him, because a lot of interactions with him on Twitter. He seems like a good dude, and this kind of sucks for him right now. An unfortunate time for them, when Suzuki-gun is coming back to New Japan, because they were going to get those titles. Well, we'll get to that, but man, that just sucks for him,
Poor boy. And then we'll go from, at least on Wikipedia, 1 to 9. So you have Hirai Kawato versus my boy Taka Michinoku.
Oh, I can get behind that, because Taka, no problem. Me and Taka, I mess with him heavy. But Taichi, his partner, not so much. So Taka, I'll support you in this match.
Oh, so you actually get some support on this poor one, apart from me raining the Kai and Tai blue and white flag up in the air in the morning.
I'm ringside now, just waving it. This LK's out there just waving the flag now.
Just waving and bowing to him when he makes his entrance. But I actually think it could be a good match. I'm expecting Michinoku to get the win, though.
Absolutely. I'm glad they're actually starting the show off with a singles match, because it brings a different flavor for New Japan, which normally starts off like, everybody here knows, they start off with either a 6-man, 8-man, even a tag match sometimes. So this is different. I like it.
Yeah, it was fucking typical, isn't it, New Japan with their 17,000 fucking tag team matches. It's good to see it start with a one-on-one match. And then we go to everyone's favorite pro wrestler, Hinare, Hiroshi Tenzon and Satoshi Kojima versus Kushida, Oka, and fuck you, Yoshitatsu.
Oh God, man. Yoshitatsu, man. He's supposed to go to Mexico here pretty soon, so we'll see when that happens. We'll see when he goes. And hell, a lot of these guys over in Japan, whenever they go to Mexico, they come back better for it. So it happened with Naito, and we'll see if it happens with Yoshitatsu. Probably not.
Please don't get your hopes up, Dion. Please don't get your hopes up that Yoshitatsu is going to come back a great wrestler. Please don't get your hopes up. I don't want to see you disappointed.
Oh God, poor Yoshitatsu. He just is not good. He's just not good at all.
It's good that they realize, oh shit, he's shit. Let's send him somewhere else. CMLL, they give you Dragon Lee. Who do you give to CMLL? Oh, we'll give you Yoshitatsu. What a great trade.
They're like, can we get some tape on him? They're like, nah, we'll just send you him when you get him.
You can have Yoshitatsu. I would fucking give anyone Yoshitatsu. Anyone. Like, if we compare the New Japan and WWE roster, we would just, if you chuck out Yoshitatsu, we have a better roster because of it. So when they compare, they'll be like, oh, but you have Yoshitatsu. Not anymore, bitch. Not anymore. So it's a plus for the roster.
One thing I would say to that, though, they could just be like, well, you have Mojo Rawley, so.
Dude, this is Wrestle AM, so we can talk about anything, including bullshit. We did the Elimination Chamber preview yesterday, and this wasn't announced, but Mojo Rawley's facing Kurt Hawkins, and legit ridicule online all evening. People posting it like in their top five matches. People putting like dream matches. They put like Austin and Hogan, and then next to it they had Kurt Hawkins versus Mojo Rawley. So that addition makes the kickoff show a must not watch show. So at least now I know not to watch the kickoff, and I can do a UFC 209 recap instead. So that makes me happy. I don't have to watch the kickoff.
That is so great. Now I can just see it now. There's people just having like promo this match been building up for years. Kurt Hawkins versus Mojo Rawley. Oh God.
I cannot stand that, man. That guy's scum of the earth. Like, we're talking. And if anyone hasn't checked out the Chamber preview yesterday, and it was for a really strange occurrence. It was actually me, Booms, and Sammy on. That doesn't usually happen. But the three of us were on in the last 40 minutes where Sammy came on and we did the preview. It was just a complete fuck. For like, we were literally just taking the piss out. We weren't taking the piss. We were just taking the piss out of Mojo Rawley on his demise. Boom's going to prison. Ray Mastani going to prison. We talked about fucking an action figure, looking it in the eye. We just went into some really weird shit on yesterday's Wrestle AM. So check that out if you haven't already. And if you have, I appreciate it. But who are your prediction wise for this 6-man?
6-man here. I'm going to have to go with the old guard here. I'm going to have to go with Kojima. I'm going to go with Tenzan. And I'm going to go with Hinare. Only way I see that the younger guard winning here with I believe the youngest or the oldest looking young line that they have in Oka. So old here looking. It's crazy. Looks like he's 50. But only way I see those guys getting a win is I feel sorry for Kushida because he's with a young boy and he's with Yoshitatsu. So, yeah. I go with Tenko.
We can go with the breaking news that Kushida slept with the owner of New Japan Pro Wrestling's wife, considering the fact that he's now tagging up with Yoshitatsu and Oka. What a poor man. Get that on your fucking dirt sheets that Kushida has slept with the owner of New Japan Pro Wrestling's wife.
He did something bad, man. Did he say that did he say something about WWE and like, hey, I've been checking out WWE. And the owner was like, nope. You don't play that here.
You want to check it out, do you? You want to check it out? Well, now you could go with a WWE guy. You can have Yoshitatsu and see how they fucking stink.
Oh, God. Yoshitatsu will be forever just the poster boy. But hey, look, what happened when he went over there, right?
We'll be like, oh, do you remember that time when Yoshitatsu went to Mexico and he rejuvenated his career? What a run he had. What a run. Dude, this is where he joins Los in Mexico. That's where he joins Los.
He will. He probably will. Because Los in Mexico is just so different from Los in New Japan to where, like, Los in Mexico is just booked very horribly, shall I say, to where they have members join. They join for like 2 weeks. He's out. This dude's back in. So it's like when Roosh came over, he probably was like, man, this is actually some stable, some stability with the booking as far as the stable goes. So I'm, happy with that. He probably was sad to leave. I bet he did not want to leave. I bet you.
Nah, I think he left his juice in Mexico. So I guess he want to go back. He don't want to miss a cycle, does he? He don't want to miss a cycle at all. That juiced up boy. Geez, Roid Rage Rush. That's what he'll be called. Triple R. Unbelievable. And then we go to we have a Chaos match with Gedo, Hiroki Goto, Jado, your boy, and Yoshihashi versus Juice Robinson, Liger, Tiger Mask, and Yuji Nagata.
If you look at it on paper, I might sound crazy here, but if you look at it on paper, Chaos to me actually has them like outmatched, and I say that because Juice to me is the only one of these guys in their physical prime. That's when you look at it on paper. Jushin Liger, yeah, he's a legend. Tiger Mask, Tiger Mask, the character is a legend, and Yuji Nagata, of course, is a legend in New Japan. So with that being said, this Chaos right now, you have Gedo, who, I mean, he's a crafty veteran, and you have Hiroki Goto, who is arguably he goes from upper mid card to main event. You know what I mean? And you had Yoshihashi, who's coming off an amazing 2016. So you look at this on paper, it will look like Chaos will kind of have them outmatched, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that. I can actually see it being out of these. Oh, minus the Okada and Minoru Suzuki, the Chaos Suzuki-gun match.
Yeah.
I think that it would actually be a really good match. I think this is one to look out for. Is like you won't expect it to be good, but it'll actually be really good. And we'll be talking about it on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day it will be, about how damn good it was.
I agree. I actually agree. Cause in Liger, he has a lot of fun in these kind of matches too. So I'm gonna be interested to see what he does this morning.
Definitely. And then we have Chaos with Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, and Kazuchika Okada versus Minoru Suzuki, your boy Taichi, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. With that Suzuki-gun. So Suzuki-gun versus Chaos. If it, Okada and Suzuki, if you haven't heard our review yesterday, last week when we did the New Beginning in Sapporo review breakdown, we pretty much got our cocks out and sprayed it all on the internet. But that was, in my opinion, a 5-star match with Okada and Suzuki. Just psychology and great story. And if you haven't watched that yet, before you watch, or even if you're watching this after New Beginning, please just go out of your way to watch it because it was fucking amazing. You need to check it out if you haven't already. But you're New Japan fans because you're listening, so you probably already have, and you should have. But
can I just say something real quick? Okay, it's funny because. Yeah, sure. About Monday Night Raw, excuse me. You just had this past Monday. You had a challenger challenging for the WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship, which was met with a collective groan, moan. Oh, I can't believe this fool Goldberg challenged for the title. And if you just flip it to New Japan, pretty much 50 years old himself. But guess what? Minoru Suzuki can go in the ring, and Minoru Suzuki is an animal in that ring. So it's not like, oh, we got this old dude here challenging Okada. It's like, no, we got this dude. He might be older, but he's crafty and he's still an animal in that ring, and he can just go and put on 4+ 5-star matches with almost anybody. So I just wanted to just bring up that interesting dynamic between two guys who are pretty much similar age, but on different ends of the fence when it comes to something like that.
Right, can we please pause a minute? Can we please pause? Can we please pause? I'm looking when I can see on your jumper there are badges. Who is the top one?
This would be, most of them are women's wrestlers. This is Vanessa Craven. Her birthday is actually today, so I know she's probably not watching this, but hey, happy birthday, Vanessa. The recently signed Kimberly to WWE NXT. I got 2 of them from her right there. And then if any of you guys are movie buffs, I got this actually from Bunches for Christmas. Marv and the other dude from Home Alone. I forgot the short dude's name. Harry's his name. The dude's from Home Alone. Nice little button here. So yeah, and then another Kimberly one over here, and I think I have one with a cat on it or something. I don't know, man.
Cool. I thought it was Michael Jackson.
Oh man, no. I can see how you would think that though. That does kind of look like that, man. That's funny.
Dude, this is serious talk now. This is legit serious. When I knew no Michael Jackson music at all, legit no music Michael Jackson when I was younger. It was only when he died I was introduced to his music, and obviously him. I was only 5 or 6 when he did the stuff that he'd done. And he used to be my phobia. I swear, my whole entire life, I couldn't sleep without the light on. I used to be petrified of him. When I was 12 to 13 years old and I found out about his passing, which is about 6, 7 years ago now, he was my phobia. Like, I literally, like, I burnt newspapers that had him in the garden, like a bonfire. I used to be fucking petrified of him. Like, legit petrified. I'd have nightmares. Like, I'd have nightmares that, like, I was on a concert of him, and I dude, it just shat me up, and it just brought back memories when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, he's got like a Michael Jackson thing on. So that's still an interesting story. Yeah, that's no word of like. I swear, my whole family's. I used to be absolutely petrified. I used to sleep with the door open and the light on in the landing. I was just petrified. I have no idea why. Great guy, and everyone like, oh, he's this, he's that. No, he just didn't have a childhood. He didn't have a childhood because it was his fame. He was having his childhood when he had fame. So I will never have a bad word to say. It's just I get a bit irked when I see you. I remember the other.
No, my bad.
Sorry,
it's funny you say that because before we got on the recording, I was actually watching some YouTube videos about like child stars and how pretty much, lack of a better term, how they're just fucked from beginning, because it's like, dude, like, I mean, they're pretty much forced to do stuff they really don't want to do, and it's pretty much their parents living through them, and this is like this is a big mess, man. So it's funny that you actually say that.
Yeah, it was just weird how that came up. I was just looking at you while you're talking. I was like, oh shit, that actually fucking really scared me.
I wasn't trying to bring up any bad memories for you. Okay, I apologize for that, man.
It wasn't bad memory. It was bad memories, but it was just relief that it wasn't. And the other day it was the Jackson, the daughter, finally spoke. And then on Twitter, people were posting pictures, and I no word of a lie, I blocked and unfollowed loads of people because of it.
It's like, I'm not trying to see Michael Jackson, man. I can see what you mean. He looked kind of scary especially when he first came out and came to be, to where he ended up looking. He definitely looked very ghastly and very ghoulish. So you have no problem. I understand, sir.
Wow, this is really strange. People who are here for New Japan Pro Wrestling reviews just got some insight. So back to the actual fucking tag. I think Suzuki-gun will get the win because Okada got the win for the title. So why not have the Suzuki-gun? They shouldn't pin Okada, but why not have them go out at least looking kind of strong?
I think either Rocky or Trent will get pinned because they actually want to set up Taichi and Yoshinobu Kanemaru to challenge for those titles. So I see one of those guys from Roppongi Vice getting pinned in this match or submitting. One of the Roppongi Vice are eating the fall. So that's really all, the gist of it.
Agreed. And then we have their tag name Taguchi Japan, which is Tanahashi, Nakanishi, and Taguchi defending the never openweight 6-man tag titles against Los Ingobernables de Japan.
Tranquilo.
Bushi, Evil, and Sonata.
Yeah, man. This like I said, my favorite stable in pro wrestling here. Some of my favorite wrestlers. Anybody who doesn't really watch New Japan, and I show them a picture of Bushi, I call him like, hey, Rey Mysterio? I'm like, this is Evil Rey Mysterio, all right? This is Evil Rey, but I like him. He can break dance, and he's better. So, like, get the fuck out of here with that Rey Mysterio shit. Whenever somebody sees him, I show him to him. But yeah, man, Los Ingobernables' favorite stable, Sonata, man, it might be I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Maybe I've said this before, but I think Sonata, he's the dark horse for New Japan this year. I feel like, as far as him breaking out, him putting on excellent matches, I think Sonata this might be his year, because we know what Evil can do, we know what Bushi can do, we know what Takahashi can do. I think Sonata's really, like, we know what he can do, but I think he's really the one question mark in Los right now. Like, people know he's a great wrestler, but it's just like he's Cold Skull. That's kind of it. Everybody else kind of has like their thing going for him, but I think Sonata, I look for him to break out this year.
Do you think? Because I like Sonata. He just feels like he's just kind of in the mix. He just seems like he's in the mix.
Without getting too far ahead of ourselves here and the future or whatever, it's honestly probably going to take Naito dropping an IC title and maybe him picking it up. Or maybe him getting a never open heavyweight title or never open title run. I can see that as a possibility too. But yeah, I think it starts here with them picking up the win for the never 6-man titles, which I can kind of see what New Japan wants to do here, because I go back and all right, hear me out here, okay? With the New Japan and these never open weight 6-man titles, like, part of me is like, man, I hate that these guys, like, they don't get any momentum with these titles. As soon as they win them, they're dropping them immediately. But in that same token, I'm like, okay, well, kind of be like, hey, we need a championship for the beginning of the card. And I think they do it to make it be like, okay, titles can change at any time. So I kind of go back and forth with, the title change and the title reigns and the never open weight 6-man.
Yeah, I can see where they're coming from, but they need to be on these people who are regularly in the 6-man tags. Like Nakanishi, chuck in with Kojima and Tenzon, and then you got an actual 6-man tag that will defend it during the 6-man tags.
I agree. It's weird. It's like it's opposite. It's like the teams who like makeshift teams like Gucci Japan hold the belts longer than actual 6-man teams, like the Elite or like Los. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's ass backwards in a way.
Yeah, there is zero need. There is zero need for them to have these the 6-man tag titles in Japan if they're not in New Japan. Sorry, if they're not gonna use them properly. Like the reason they were created was before intermission. Like, there is no way that Los Ingobernables should be involved in the title defense at all. They shouldn't be involved in it. They shouldn't. Actually, with that being said, Bushi, Evil, and Tsunade, I think they could win it, and then they could fight. Sorry, fight. I just won an MMA show. They could wrestle the Kojima, Tenzon, and Ligers in the main event before the intermission. So if they do that and they have Bushi, Evil, and Tsunade win, and then do that and stick with it, I have zero issue with that. But whoever wins, I hope Los Ingobernables wins, but they get a damn decent title reign. They need a good, lengthy title reign.
Yeah, they need a good title reign. Or I mean, if you don't want to put the never open weights on them, then hell, put the junior heavyweight tags on Takahashi and Bushi, and put the heavyweight tags on. I mean, either way, I will add credibility to those guys. So figure out something that you want to do. And this, I don't know, man. I don't want to see never open weight title changes every time. Sometimes okay, but not every show.
Yeah, it just takes the piss a little bit, doesn't it? And then we go Katsuri Shibata versus Will Osprey for the Rev Pro or the British Heavyweight Championship. I'm expecting this to be short. I'm expecting it to be sweet. I'm expecting it to be fast, physical, and at least 3 stars. Anything below 3, and I will be very disappointed with their performance.
You know what I think is going to happen here? I think this is where Osprey shows the New Japan crowd that he's not just a spot fest wrestler, because I think people in Japan, they have not really seen Osprey really work a match where he sells stuff to where he, works over body parts. They've only seen him really in junior heavyweight matches to where he's just going full bore with freaking Ricochet and, Volador Jr., those guys like that. So I think they're going to see him actually put some psychology on here.
Yeah, I hope so. And I see Osprey winning. And then Osprey going back to Rev Pro in England with the title. But then again, he's still got the Rev Pro Cruiserweight title, isn't he? He's still the Cruiserweight champion. So he doesn't really have to. So with that in mind, they could quite easily just... I don't know, it's difficult. I think there's a case for Shibata to win and a case for Osprey to win. Either way, I hope it's just a great wrestling match. I don't care who wins. I'll be happy either way.
Yeah, either way, I'll be happy. It's going to be an awesome match. I'm going to side with Shibata more, just because with the whole, he's still the cruiserweight champion and that belt some too. So I'm going to kind of side with Shibata in this match. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Osprey won.
Yeah, me neither. And then we have Chaos, which is Ishii and Yano, the IWGP Tag Team Champs, versus Maccabee and Honma, versus Davey Boy Smith and his boy Takeyoshi Lizuka.
Rabbit dog.
Oh god, with this I don't care because you've already seen it, and you take out Lance Archer, who's not that bad, and add this guy. I'm very interested. I'm not interested in it at all. If there was a match I'd skip on this show, it'd be this. I'm not that high on Yano, as you know. I love Ishii. Maccabee, I don't mind. Honma, I'm not really high on. Davey Boy Smith, I like. Lazuka, I'm not really high on. I don't think anyone's high on Lazuka. Don't know, probably Lazuka probably don't like the fact he's Lazuka, but no, it's my piss break. But every show has to have a piss break.
That's true. And I mean, like you said, hey, if you need to go grab a bagel or a donut at this time, go do it. Because this will probably be a match that's on a later bottom half of the card it's already happened a few days ago. Sans. Lance Archer replacing him with Izuka. But it'll maybe add a little different, feel to the match. He's such a wild character. But Do you see Suzuki-gun getting a win here, or
Maybe, but then if Archer was there, then I would just put loads of money on it. But I don't. I see Chaos retaining. I don't see them winning it because I don't. I think they'll just wait till Archer returns and then do it, or do a different pairing. I don't. But then again, maybe they would still want to reward Davy Boy Smith, because he's still there.
I think
Maybe.
the winner of this match, I think the winner, whoever wins this match, I don't know. I haven't seen the card for Honor Rising. I'll look at it here shortly, but I think the winner of this match eventually drops these titles back to Gorillas of Destiny, honestly, because especially with Archer being out, they wouldn't have a long term run, with just Suzuki-gun and not KES. But I just see eventually the winner of this match just dropping them to Gorillas of Destiny very soon. But I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah, so you'd probably want to do Chaos versus Bullet Club. You don't really want to waste a Suzuki-gun versus Bullet Club match, would you really? So I would have Ishii and Yano win.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, and they're at the point, are they going to turn Bullet Club face now? They kind of have to. They kind of have to turn them face. So it's just like, I'll be interested to see a face Bullet Club team, but we'll see.
Yeah, but then again, they're all kind of tweeners, aren't they? Like, not Chaos. Chaos, obviously, the baby faces, but you got the kind of the tweeners in Bullet Club. You've got Los Ingambel. I butchered it. Los. They're kind of like tweeners, and then you got Suzuki-gun who are heels, but Chaos are the baby faces. So there's kind of like the baby face, the heel, and then the two tweeners in between.
Okay, fair point. Fair point.
And then what else have we got? We have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship line. We have Hiromu Takahashi defending against Dragon Lee. He's only been champion for a month, so I can see Takahashi getting a win, and then Dragon Lee going back to Mexico.
Yeah, I can see that same thing happening. This match is gonna be fucking amazing, man. These guys, like, they told a little story. I watched it on YouTube. They were telling like the story of their matches that they've had. The match they had last year, Fantastica Mania, and the matches that they've, every time that they've encountered, and it's pretty much like they've got a, budding rivalry developing here in the last like year and a half to 2 years. So I'm just interested to see this match. These guys put on amazing matches together. If you haven't seen their match from last year and last January, I recommend you checking it out. It was fucking insane. Oh man, yeah, I agree with you. I think Takahashi gets the win here. I think he gets the win, and then but the true question after he gets the win here is, I'm always the guy to where like I know what's happening now, but I'm always kind of like, what's next?
Yeah.
Like what's happening? Like, so when he gets the win here, who will be his challenger? Like, will they go immediately back to Kushida? I mean, they could. I mean, I think that's kind of really the only way they could go, because I don't think they would have Bushi challenge him and, being in the same stable as him. But I don't know. That's really interesting because I hate to say it right now, they're kind of lacking in their like natural New Japan Pro Wrestling, homegrown junior heavyweights. Actually, if you just look at it on paper, they really don't have any. Just Kushida, Takahashi. I mean, who else is there besides those guys?
Osprey. They could do Osprey.
Osprey. We haven't seen Ricochet here in a little bit either. I mean,
My boy Taka Michinoku.
You know what? That's very plausible because honestly, like, he could, like, it's funny you say that. He's wrestling early in the show, and I'm assuming somebody will come out and challenge him for that title. And I was assuming, because I have a little theory that's going to happen later in the show. We'll see if it happens. I'm not going to reveal it till we get through the whole results. But he could come out here and challenge Hiromu Takahashi. I think somebody from Suzuki-gun will come out and do that, and it actually might be your boy Taka. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It'll be Taka that comes out and challenges him after he wins.
And then I'll be screaming my house down. My boy Taka Michinoku. Oh, I think that'd be a great match. That'd probably be match of the night because their match at Fantastica Mania, which we covered, was really fucking good.
So good.
And then we have the main event. You have Tetsuya Naito defending the IWGP Intercontinental Championship against Michael Elgin. I know you're going to say you're a Lost fan, but you want Naito to lose so Naito can move up to the heavyweight division.
But all right, see, it's funny you say that because Naito's like, one, he's my favorite wrestler, and to me, his matches are like the hardest to call whenever they come up. Like, it's like you can always make an argument for the other dude winning, and this is like, man, like, I can really see, like, when he was wrestling Tanahashi last month, I was like, damn, I could see Tanahashi winning this match. The only match that in recent history that I could say that he was like, was like, oh, well, he's clearly winning this match was maybe the match against Jay Lethal at a power struggle. I was like, he's clearly winning this match. I mean, no, I love Jay Lethal, but he's not winning the IWGP, Intercontinental title right now. So it's just like, he's clearly winning that match. But Naito's matches, lately here have been like, okay, like he could win this match, but I mean, you can make a case for him losing this match. And as matches get closer, I'm like, oh, I want him to lose. I want him to lose. I want him to lose. But I'm like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I want him to win. Fuck that. I'm a Naito fan. I want him to win tomorrow. I want to see my dude give a great promo. And while he's giving that great promo, I think one person is going to come up behind this man and maybe start to choke him out in sort of a sleeper hold. Minoru Suzuki. I don't know, because I think the Suzuki-gun assault is just not on Chaos. I feel it's on all of New Japan. So I feel that Suzuki's like, okay, I lost my title shot to Okada. I feel he's going to like either go after another title. And I think he's going to attack Naito after this match. So that's how I see this main event going.
Yeah, I actually really like the idea of Suzuki attacking Naito. And then you could do Loss versus Suzuki-gun at the next few events, and Minoru Suzuki versus Naito. And that gets Suzuki away from Okada as well.
Yep. It gives something fresh, too. And it opens up whenever you bring, Kenny Omega back. You have that spot for him to wrestle, Okada again, have him win. I think if you think about it, too, if they go that route, not getting too ahead of ourselves, it opens up for Kenny Omega to win the New Japan Cup, honestly, if you really think about it. And I'm a Kenny Omega fan. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. I like Naito and I like Okada better than him. But like I'm to the point to where like I kind of wish that they would have let him win at Wrestle Kingdom, only because I'm like, can you let him win so he can give him the title, then hurry up and take it off of him? Is that bad?
Yeah, no, that's not bad. You can have your own opinion. You can like,
because it's like, because I'm just like, man, I like Kenny. I love him as a wrestler. But I'm just like, him as IWGP Heavyweight Champion, him winning the title would be a cool moment, but winning the title, cool, and it's a whole totally different moment from carrying the title and being a champion. So it'd be cool to see him win the title, and that'd be a great moment. But for what he does with the title after that, when we get to that moment, we'll get there. But yeah, I mean, I wish he kind of just would have won the title so we get a hurry bit, this got beat. Kind of how I feel right now about it.
I don't blame you. We'll get to some live comments before we wrap this bad boy up, because I've got a criminally late weekend. I got fucking UFC 208 to watch, and then I got Elimination Chamber as well. So a long weekend. So I want to get an early night. It's 3:17 a.m. So I can, if I get to sleep for about 4:30 a.m., I can get solid sleeping. Get some good solid sleep. So good live comments. Tyler Dillon talks about your boy MJ, so I don't want to really get into that. But he apologized after, so that's all cool. We're all cool, Tyler, buddy. No problem. Shibata's going to win, he says. Wonder who's going to win the New Japan Cup, and you just said that Kenny Omega, which is a pretty fair point. I could see either GBH or Chaos winning. Yeah, I was the same. I just can't picture, the Suzuki-gun winning the tag belts if it isn't the Killer Elite Squad. Yeah, it's just not the same, is it?
It's like a makeshift team, It's like in sports or whatever, like when the main starter goes out and they have to replace him with the backup, whatever sport, it's like, the backup's ready, but are they really ready? You know what I mean? Like,
definitely. Ty Dennis says Chaos is the babyface. Loss Inga fuck you. Loss Inc are the cool tweener stable. Bullet Club are the foreign heel stable, and Suzuki-gun is the heel stable.
That's good.
Himuro Takashi's winning. That's fair. Ricardo 1982 says only titles I could see changing hands tomorrow is the Never Openweight 6-man tag. Shibata versus Osprey, Takashi versus Lee, Naito versus Elgin will all be amazing matches for sure. I agree with that statement. I think they need to get the Never Openweight tag titles onto Los Ingobernables so that they can actually, properly do that pre-intermission, get it properly done. I think that's what they should do. And then those three matches are going to be amazing. And I think I'm going to talk about that a lot on your show. And then he says, I think Naito's going to win. And Omega will win the big one at Dominion. That's the last comment of the night. That's a fair point. Maybe. But will Omega win it at the American show to draw people in?
That would be interesting to see. And my theory is whenever he does win it, I see about maybe a 2 month reign for him. I mean, because things over in New Japan, the first reign is normally not that long. It's normally about maybe a month and a half, 2 months, maybe even 3 months. And I kind of like that in a way. It's kind of like you get like a taste of it, and it's like you're there, but you're not really there all the way. As opposed to like a WWE, if you get your first title run, sometimes they'll make that like your longest title run. Whereas it's like I've had my longest title run already. I'm gonna have the belt like a couple more times, but shorter, But I don't know, but it kind of makes it seem like it's something that you want to chase more, because you had a taste of it. And I want it again.
I agree, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
It's 3:20 a.m., so I can actually get myself a decent respect. Sleep. I will be. Make sure you check out all this week's show, because there won't be a show tomorrow because Saturday I take off. There's 10 podcasts for you to go back and enjoy, 5 MMA, 5 pro wrestling for you to all enjoy if you haven't watched them already. If you already have, appreciate it. Kocosports.net is the home for combat sports, so head over there. I'm excited for the UFC 208 event tomorrow. Yeah. I'm excited for the New Japan New Beginning Osaka show, which we'll be covering on Dion's channel. Yes. And Elimination Chamber Sunday. So my next show will be Wrestle AM with Sammy, Elimination Chamber 2017 review, and then we'll be back Monday with the usual stick and MMA shows next week. We're going to do lots of recapping of UFC 208 and previewing the UFC, the next UFC show, the fight night. So with that in mind, I think it's UFC Halifax. So that in mind, like, comment, subscribe, stay safe, stay well, at SOS Wrestle Talk and at Dion on Twitter, SOS Wrestle Talk on SoundCloud and all the podcast gimmicks. We'll be joining there. So if you just check my Twitter at @LK_Kocosports, I'll be sending out the links to when I'll be on the show and we'll promote that. Looking forward to that. Until next time, everyone, stay safe, stay well. We'll be catching your asses down the line.